So this is the latest car we've dragged home to the Classic Motorsports workshop. It is theoretically all original 1965 Corvette Coupe. These cars are really undervalued. Look at the lines, the interiors are super cool, they drive nice, they're fast. One thing great about Corvettes, whether you're restoring one, whether you're out on a tour on one, they are simple, well-followed cars. Their National Corvette Restorers Society has a manual just on 65 Corvettes that has all the details on what's correct on this car. So even if we don't start changing everything, just to know what's right and what's not is a valuable resource. There are tons of parts supplies. You've got Eckler's, you've got Corvettes Mid-America, so that there's all kinds of parts, there's all kinds of knowledge. This, compared to some of the stuff we've done, is going to be pretty simple. A 94-year-old gentleman bought this car new in 1965. We've got the original paperwork, the original bill of sale. We know what options the car came with and still has, but we bought this sight unseen. So that was taking a little bit of a risk, but we're pretty happy with what we got. This car is in kind of an awkward state. It's very original. It does look like it's had at least some paint work on it. And with Corvettes, or actually any collector car, sometimes the better thing to do is to leave it alone and not restore it. Now, the paint's a little rough. We'll at least try to clean it up. You know, the first thing you want to kind of do is make a plan. So we'll look it over. This car runs and drives quite well, actually. I did take it for a quick spin before we brought it in here. So I'm assuming we'll need to put some bushings and just do some maintenance, but it seems to be a relatively well cared for car. Like I said, it's a one-owner car, so there's no real lapses in the history of this car. I would start by going over it with some quick detail. I would clean up the glass once we decide whether or not we're going to buff it. If we're going to buff it, obviously clean the glass afterwards, because buffing makes somewhat of a mess. I would take a clay bar to the car and just get bugs and all the different debris off of it, and try test buffing it in some areas. You know, these cars are interesting in that when they were originally built, they were very shiny and buffed down to about the belt line, and below the belt line had little or no buffing. So at a real Corvette Concours event, those kind of things matter. So you just need to be careful as you dive into this, what you do and how far you go. So under the hood, it's a little dirty, but this thing looks quite original. It does appear to be the original air cleaner. The original valve covers are still in the car. And you could say it's kind of sad that it's missing the chrome pieces that go over the ignition system, but there was a box in the back, and this stuff is all right here, which is nice because this would probably be hard to find on this car. The neat thing about a 65 Corvette, it was the first year to have four-wheel disc brakes. Before that, they were four-wheel drum brakes on all of them. So that's kind of neat, what makes a 65 special. The vents on the side fenders are actually functional, whereas on earlier models, they were just kind of for looks. Yeah, we're pretty pleased with what we see under here. The battery's not original, but that's not a big deal. This car does not have power steering, which is good or bad, depending on how you look at it. It does not have air conditioning, which in Florida is bad. We might have to retrofit that depending on what we do with the car. But yeah, it's all here. So with a look at the dirty but quite complete and original engine compartment, why don't we take a look inside the car? Just as the exterior of this car is so iconic and so cool looking, the interiors are really unique. I mean, compare this against most of the other cars of the 60s, and this one is just wild. And it's got this really iconic console. The steering wheel with the slots is beautiful. The huge dash and gauges. I mean, this is a seriously cool interior for what's essentially a mass-produced American automobile. The overall condition of the interior is a little tatty, but I've certainly seen a lot worse. You always start gentle, and you can get harsher from there when you're cleaning. I would dust and use a mild interior cleaner from a company like Griot's or McGuire's. I would start there. The headliner is not damaged, it's just a little dirty. It doesn't seem that the previous owner was a smoker. I would clean up the seats, the door jambs. At some point we might want to put new padding in the seats, even if we saved the original covers, other than a blemish here, which could be repaired. That's not that hard to repair. Take it apart and just fix that piping. Yeah, it's probably not a car that I would completely dismantle and restore. I think I'd rather clean it up and just enjoy it and start taking it on tours and to club events the way it is. All right, let's take a look underneath the car. Again, we bought this sight unseen. We've never had it up on the lift before. This is its first day in the shop. So let's see what we really bought and see if we made a mistake or not. Here we are underneath the 65 Corvette right off the bat. I see there is a little overspray, so there has had some paint work done for sure, but there certainly does not seem to be any frame damage or any evidence of frame repair. As suspected, this thing's going to need some bushings. This is actually a pretty good candidate for a dry ice treatment underneath, which would keep a lot of the originality, but clean it up quite a bit. A little oil leak, which is typical, probably the pan, or it could be higher up, but that's no big deal. It's obviously had an exhaust put on it much more recently than the rest of the car, but it looks to have been a pretty good quality one and seems to be well done. Well, it looks pretty good. Why don't we just clean it up a little bit and take it for a drive and see what it's like?
If you like this video and want to see more, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like this video. And to see more stories like this, visit us online at classicmotorsports.com.